Number 1.
Hi, Joe. I heard you bought a new apartment.
Not quite. I moved into a new place, though.
Oh, so you're just renting?
Yes, I don't think I'll be able to buy a place anytime soon.
I know what you mean. I couldn't buy my condo until I'd paid off my college loans.
That's my plan, too. I aim to pay off my current loans before even considering taking out any more.
Well, that shouldn't take too long, now that you're a doctor.
Question. What do we learn about the man?
Number 2.
Hi, Bill. I saw in the paper that your house is on the market.
That's right. Our youngest son just graduated from college and moved out, so my wife and I are downsizing.
Wow, time really flies. Are you staying in the area?
Actually, we've bought a small condo in a retirement community just south of town, although we'll still be working for several more years.
At least you're over the hump of getting your children through college. You really must be looking forward to the change.
Well, we have mixed feelings. Our lives are much less hectic these days, but we miss having the kids at home.
Question. Why are Bill and his wife selling their house?
Number 3.
Hi, June. How's Sora doing? Is she walking yet?
No, but she's crawling all over the place. We have to watch her constantly.
Do you have any more pictures of her?
Oh, just a few hundred. I'm still putting them up on my website.
That's right. I forgot about your website. I'll have a look at it this evening.
She does something new almost every day. It's truly amazing.
It is, isn't it? I remember that from when my 2 boys were babies.
Question. What will the woman probably do tonight?
Number 4.
I can't believe you're so relaxed about Jennifer going on a date. I thought we agreed that she should wait until her 16th birthday.
I know, but you know how different kids are these days. Most of her friends already have boyfriends.
So what's this guy like? And don't tell me he's an older guy with earrings and tattoos.
No. He's clean-cut and he's quite responsible and considerate. In fact, I'm hoping his maturity will be a positive influence on her.
I just hope she's ready for a relationship and doesn't get hurt.
Question. What is the man's opinion?
Number 5.
Hello, I'm here to see Armand White.
I'm afraid Mr. White's in meetings all day today. Did you make an appointment with him?
Actually, no. I heard there was an opening in sales here, so I decided to stop by.
I see. Well, if you'd like to leave a resume, I'll pass it on to Human Resources.
If I came back later, could I give it to Mr. White in person?
Sorry, that's out of the question.
Question. What does the man tell the woman?
Number 6.
Hey, Karen. Did you hear the city's finally going to fix Elm Street Bridge?
Yeah, it's great they're doing the work, but my commute will be terrible.
At least they aren't closing the bridge completely during construction.
Still, it's going to cause delays. I'll have to leave much earlier to get to work on time.
If you don't mind driving a bit further, you could save time by taking the scenic route along the river. It'd be less stressful.
Good idea.
Question. What is the woman's concern?
Number 7.
Hello, Sharon. Stan Warner. I'm calling about our appointment next Tuesday.
Hi, Stan. Is there a problem?
An important sales presentation has come up, so I can't make it.
I understand. We still need to discuss the contract, though.
I know. How about next Wednesday instead?
Actually, I'm going to a conference that day, but I do have an opening on Thursday at 3 p.m.
That suits me fine.
Question. Why did the man call the woman?
Number 8.
Excuse me, I've been in this line for 20 minutes now and it has barely moved.
I apologize, ma'am. The flu has left us understaffed this morning. Half of our clerks are off sick. Perhaps I can direct you to an ATM.
Actually, I want to transfer some money, not make a deposit or withdrawal.
You can do that at an ATM. I'd be happy to help.
Oh, thanks. I've never used one for that kind of transaction before.
Question. What does the man offer to do?
Number 9.
Hi, Nadine. How's your job hunting going?
Hi, Andre. I've got some good connections, but I'm still not completely sure I want to start working again.
Why's that? Are you worried about not being at home enough for your kids?
A little, but the real issue is I'm not sure I'm ready for the pressure.
But you used to have such an important job, and you managed just fine. I bet you'd really enjoy working again.
I hope you're right.
Question. Why is the woman worried about working again?
Number 10.
Did you see that newspaper article about vitamin D? It said a lack of it can cause serious health problems.
Yeah, but it was only based on one study.
But it still worried me. Maybe I should consider taking vitamin D supplements.
I wouldn't worry too much if I were you. The body produces vitamin D when it's exposed to the sun. You get plenty of exercise outside and eat healthily.
Well, I want to look into it a bit more.
Question. What does the man think?
Number 11.
Olivia, what do you think about the internship I'm applying for?
To be honest, I'm not sure it's a good idea.
It's only 1 day a week, so it wouldn't interfere with my research.
But the company's very similar to the one where you did your last internship.
True, but it's a better company.
Well, I think you should do one in another business field to learn something new.
Question. What does Olivia think the man should do?
Number 12.
Hey, Raheem. Some of us are going bowling tonight, then heading to a club. Do you want to come?
I'd love to, but I don't think I can afford it. I had to lend Alex some money to keep him going until payday.
Really? I'd never do that. Lending money to friends is just a recipe for disaster.
Maybe, but it was difficult to say no. Anyway, I'm sure he'll give it back as soon as he can.
I hope he does.
Question. What does the woman imply?
A. Secretariat. Secretariat has been called the greatest racehorse of all time. He set numerous records, and in 1973, he won the Triple Crown, a prize for horses that come first in 3 of the most competitive races in the U.S. Surprisingly, however, Secretariat was also famous for often being the slowest when races began. It took him time to build up speed, but by the end of the race, He was nearly always far ahead of the competition. Sadly, Secretariat developed a foot disease, and his owner had to have him put to sleep to end his suffering. After Secretariat's death, doctors examined him and discovered the reason for his amazing speed and stamina. His heart was over twice the size of an ordinary racehorse's. Some of Secretariat's descendants have been successful as well because they share the same genetic characteristic.
Questions. Number 13. What is one thing that Secretariat was known for? Number 14. What was discovered after Secretariat died?
B. Henry Rowan's gift. Today, it is not unusual for billionaires to make enormous donations to colleges and universities, especially world-class institutions like Harvard or Yale. The first contribution of over $100 million, however, was made by billionaire engineer Henry Rowan in 1992. It went to Glassboro State College in New Jersey. Rowan's gift was unusual because Glassboro was a small public college whose academic reputation was adequate but not exceptional. At the time, the college was in serious financial difficulties. Rowan's gift not only saved it, but also allowed it to expand its engineering school. Rowan felt that his money would be best spent improving engineering facilities at a college that had a large number of students from low-income backgrounds, people who otherwise may not have become successful. Many observers agree with Rowan, arguing that donations like his create greater benefits than giving to universities that are already well-financed.
Questions. Number 15. What is one thing we learn about Glassboro State College in 1992? Number 16. Why did Henry Rowan donate to Glassboro?
C. Animals in the early space program. The first space travelers in the 1950s were animals. Back then, space travel involved a greater likelihood of accidents, such as explosions, so it was considered too risky for humans. Researchers were also interested in studying the effect of long periods of weightlessness on living creatures' internal organs. The animals that returned from successful missions in space were therefore closely examined for ill effects. The U.S. often sent chimpanzees into space. They are biologically similar to humans and could be trained to perform simple in-flight tasks. Russian scientists, however, found apes and monkeys too excitable and unpredictable and sent dogs instead. Dogs could be trained to sit quietly for long periods of time, and it was thought this would help them remain calm in flight. The canine astronauts were also female because the scientists thought they had a more mild-mannered nature than male dogs.
Questions. Number 17. What did researchers do after the animals returned from space? Number 18. Why did Russian scientists choose to send dogs into space?
D. Selfies. Selfies are pictures taken of oneself, often using a smartphone. The number of people posting them online has risen dramatically, and experts say selfies can positively affect people's feelings about their appearance. This is because they allow people to present themselves in a way they are proud of. In the past, most photographs on the internet were of models, actors, or celebrities. But now, selfies of ordinary people are more common. Some experts believe this has helped change the standards of beauty in popular culture. On the downside, people feel pressure to post selfies that will be popular and widely shared. This can be stressful, especially for teenagers. Also, critics point out that people have had fatal accidents while taking selfies in risky situations, such as at the edge of a cliff or too close to wildlife. The desire to take a memorable selfie can lead to a lack of regard for nearby hazards.
Questions. Number 19. According to the speaker, what is one effect of selfies? Number 20. What is one concern critics have regarding selfies?
E. Cycling in Copenhagen. In 2016, the number of cyclist commuters in the city center of Copenhagen, Denmark, surpassed the number of cars. Surprisingly, however, a survey revealed that only about 1% of cyclists said protecting the natural environment was their main reason for cycling rather than driving. About 19% said improving their health was their main motivation. The most common reason given was rather unexpected. 54% said cycling was usually the quickest way to get from one place to another. Cyclists in Copenhagen enjoy wide cycle lanes, and the city has designed special systems to speed up their commutes. For example, traffic signals in the city were originally designed with cars in mind, and were timed to reduce the number of stops cars had to make at them. Recently, however, many traffic signals have been reprogrammed to do the same thing for cyclists.
Questions. Number 21. What was the main reason given by people for cycling to work? Number 22. What is one thing Copenhagen has done to help cyclists?
F. Give me a break. Many people believe the best way to work is to stay focused and keep working on a task until it is done. However, evidence suggests that employees might be more productive if they took frequent breaks. For instance, one social media company created a computer program that calculates employees' productivity by keeping track of what they do on their computers. The company discovered that the most productive employees took about 17 minutes of break time for every 52 minutes spent working. Some researchers suggest that, like muscles, the brain gets tired and can benefit from brief rests. However, the type of break we take might also matter. Recent studies have shown that taking a break to do something unrelated to work can actually make employees feel more tired. However, setting a difficult task aside to do something work-related but easy, such as writing a to-do list, seems to boost productivity.
Questions. Number 23. What was the computer program designed to do? Number 24. What is one thing recent studies have shown?
G. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 25.
One of the students, Michael Chan, is Chinese, so he'll need a study visa. That's no problem, but he'll have to apply in person. We can't do it for him. Make sure he takes care of it this week. The British Embassy will need an official letter from us outlining the dates and purpose of the trip. I'll email you a template today. Michael must submit this along with his visa application form. As soon as he gets the visa, he should let me know so I can purchase his flight ticket.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
H. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 26.
I'm sorry that your bookshelf is missing screw holes. Unfortunately, that was the last unit of that model, so we won't be getting more in. You could exchange it for a different model, but what we have would cost you more. If you'd like, we can drill the holes for you. Just bring the pieces that need drilling to the store. Or, if you want a refund, put everything back in the box and bring it in with the receipt. You could also send the item back to us, but you'd have to pay the shipping charge yourself.
Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet.
I. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 27.
Thank you, everyone. We'll break for lunch now. The next event, the panel discussion with Brian Reynolds, creator of Space Dynasty, will begin in 1 hour. For lunch options, if you like hamburgers, Mary Jane's restaurant is just across the street. For vegetarians, there's a Mediterranean restaurant 2 blocks east of here. It's popular though, so there'll be at least an hour wait for tables. There's also an outdoor Indian food stand nearby, which has a variety of meat and non-meat options. So you could get something there and eat in the lobby of this building, where there's plenty of seating. Unfortunately, the cafe on the first floor is closed for remodeling.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
J. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 28.
Bob, who changed your oil, is a great mechanic, so it's unlikely he's at fault. Sometimes parts fail, however. It could be a filter problem, or the oil tank plug may have come loose. Check the oil level right away and see if you're still above the low mark. If so, you're probably okay for now, but you should get the car checked by a professional as soon as possible. I can set you up with a free inspection here at ATC. If the oil is below the low mark, call me back right away and I'll send a mechanic to your house. Don't drive the car as it may damage the engine.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
K. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 29.
Before last year, you were considered a non-resident alien for tax purposes because you were a graduate student. You had to pay federal and state income tax, but not Social Security or Medicare tax. Your new H-1B work visa makes you a resident, so you'll need to pay those this time. To fill out your tax forms, I need a statement from your bank here in California showing the interest on your savings. The rental income you've received from your home in Japan is considered foreign earned income, and since the amount is less than $90,000, you're not required to pay taxes on it.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.